I've been taking this route for over 8 years now. 5 days a week, 200 days a year, to work and back.
He went first and then he said, do you want me to show you?
How do you do it?
Nowhere practically every tree is, every bend.
Look, a light's come on. What is it?
It's the bit here through the woods I like best.
Oh, where's that fuel canister gone?
Shouldn't we put up the warning triangle first? Do you think that's far enough?
No, beyond the bend. It's much too dangerous. Hurry!
A bit later setting up that triangle and... Webers? You still haven't got the list? Uh-huh, I see. In that case, I'll have to stop by before the meeting. Where on earth can the list have got to? Heaven knows what else will happen today. I'll be there in 5 minutes. I can sort it out from there. That sheeting isn't going to stay on much longer. In everyday driving, it's normal for transverse forces to arise. But when you drive a bit too fast or turn the steering wheel, these forces can negatively affect road holding. But the electronic stability program ESP nips that in the bud by controlling the brakes, if necessary the engine, and if need be the transmission as well. ESP comprises the following components: a speed sensor on each wheel. The rotation rate sensor measures the car's rotation around its vertical axis. The steering angle sensor registers the driver's steering intention. From the sensor signals, the control unit computes when and how it has to intervene. The hydraulic unit builds up and reduces the braking pressure in the brakes. What happens during the first steering maneuver? The driver has to swerve quickly to the left. The steering angle sensor transmits this to the ESP control unit. But the rotation rate sensor signals that the car is understeering. That is, it's drifting straight ahead towards the obstacle. In split seconds, ESP brakes the left rear wheel, very briefly and sharply. This produces the desired counteracting force so that the car responds as the driver intended. What happens when you react? When you pull the wheel over to keep the car in the left lane after avoiding the obstacle, the car tends to oversteer, and the rear end tends to break away to the left. The torque to the right is higher than the driver wants. In this case, ESP brakes the left front wheel. The torque is reduced. Instead of going into a skid, the car stays on course, thanks to ESP. Probably hasn't even noticed. Hey, you're losing your load! At long last, now he's seen it.
Shouldn't we put up the warning triangle first?
Oh, that's a waste of time. We'll be off again in a minute.
Bosch ESP keeps your car safely on track.